go top 10 and the agent's on the phone and he's sweating and he don't know what's going on, calm down. If you're good enough, guess what? You won't even care anymore. You'll be paid out the wazoo. Ben Roethlisberger won't be able to spend all that money he got right now.
Yeah.
He won't be able to spend all
that. Enough check.
Right. Well, see. All right.
And then you said right.
No, because what I thought you said initially was write enough checks, and then it came back to me who we were talking about and what had transpired allegedly with this kid in South Georgia.
Bathroom Ben.
I was about to call him Mariota Marcus because my dyslexia just kicked in. Marcus Mariota had his pro day yesterday, and it's a funny thing. Before we recorded yesterday, I couldn't find anything about it. Like no one had really written anything about it. But today, there were some mixed reviews on his pro day. He missed a couple of throws. He did the whole huddle up thing. Like these kids that try to turn their pro days into, like, let me show you what I can do. Like last year when Johnny Manziel had all his equipment on, it's like, come on, B, just keep it real. Because now you're in rehab. That's probably what that cocaine talking. Like, it'd be hot if I put on an all black jersey and my visor. Yeah, come on, man. Let's keep it real, B. Just be normal.
But in those situations, right? The one thing, and a lot of people don't realize that, like in the combine situation, for these quarterbacks, you don't get to pick, who's going to be out there catching balls for you. But in your pro day, like, that's when you're supposed to be out there, you're most relaxed, because you got your guys, you have your guys out there. And nobody knows you better than your guys. And traditionally, your guys are going to make you shine out there. I mean, there's no need for all of the dramatics, like, I'm Johnny Football, because that's basically what that move was. Like, I'm Johnny, and I'm cool.
Now, I got a theory when it comes to Marcus Mariota, though, man. Just based on what I've seen from him, as far as his personality goes, I've seen him do like stand-ups with. I remember Brock Heward went up to Eugene and had him, touring around the Oregon facility and all that. And he's a very, very low key, meek personality type of guy. Like a lot of those Polynesian, South Pacific Samoan people, they're very, understated. And when I heard that he kind of underwhelmed at the pro day today, it almost just took me to a place that made me say, this is a kid he's comfortable within the crowd. You know what I mean? But when it becomes all about him, I think it puts something else on him, because he threw good at the combine, because Jameis Winston was there to take the pressure off of him. Everybody was looking at Jameis and all these other people were around. But now you have every team in the NFL has sent someone, and multiple people, because there was over 100 people there, to watch you do your thing. And for a guy who his natural way of being is being humble and not all about me, and it's about the group, and I'm more comfortable within the group dynamic. I mean, I could see where that could be that could present a nervous situation for him. Whereas you say, well, damn, he playing in front of 80,000 people, but still and yet he's a part of a team. It's the team doing all these things. He may be the Heisman Trophy winner and the leader of said team, but inevitably everyone's still here with me. Like he can tell himself that no one's here just to see me, because there's so many great athletes on the field, so many great coaches on the sideline. But in this particular situation, you can't fool yourself now. This is you.
But as a quarterback, if you're a scout and you're out here looking at a quarterback and you come up with those thoughts that you just had, right?
Yeah, it's
an issue. Is that good or bad?
Yeah, that would be his version of the red flag. That would absolutely be his version of the red flag. He's a kid that's squeaky clean. Seems to be very respectful. You saw his Heisman Trophy speech where he gave his mom and his parents so much credit, and he just like a lot of those Samoan people, very very entrenched within his culture. Same way when Manti Te'o was up there the other year, very entrenched within his culture. But it's NFL quarterback, and for as long as I've been alive and watching football, that's always been the golden boy, the dude with the swag. Even if it's been like a quiet, calm swag, it's always been the position of the dude with the arrogance, with that hint of arrogance, and he don't have that.
Because it's you. You're the quarterback. You're that dude.
So I don't.
You're the dude that gets the record. No other. You're the dude that gets the record.
Yeah.
You know, they say you're 15-1, right? The running back doesn't get a record. Me and you talk about that all the time. The running back doesn't get a record. Wide receiver doesn't get a record. The lineman, nobody gets a record, but the team and the quarterback.
Yeah. And I don't know if that means he can't play NFL quarterback. I don't know. But to me, when I see that, that's where my thoughts go. That if he were to have a subpar pro day, like a lot of people are saying, some people say he had a good one. He himself said it was just all right. I could see that being what the problem is. A kid that's not used to it being about him, the attention being on him. You know what I mean? Where he can't even mentally, he can't even trick himself to deflect it upon everyone else.
But you know what? The thing about it is, you know, quiet, and I want to say quiet as kept, but not really quiet, because I remember when this dude got to Oregon, we were doing the show together, and Chip Kelly was praising this dude because you were the first one to even introduce me to this guy, and he was a freshman.
Yeah, I saw his first game. Yep, absolutely did.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where, you know, quiet as kept, like they had the white mamba out there, and you know they had some other players out there in Oregon.
DeAnthony Thomas, he's the black mamba. DeAnthony Thomas,
right? You know, but you know, it was one of those things where people have been watching him. You know, from day one, from the day that Chip Kelly said this guy could win the Heisman Trophy as a freshman. You know, that's when Chip Kelly made that proclamation. Like, this guy can do it all. You know, so people have been watching him, whether he knows it or not. You know, people have been watching him and him alone for a long time.
Mm-hmm. And I think I don't want to you know, I don't want to imply that the kid is clueless as to what's going on, but I think in the dynamic that you're in, especially as far as on a football team, on a football field, there's so many other things going on, especially within that offense. There's so many other things going on. You can kind of tell yourself that, you know, I'm a part of a bigger thing, and for what it's worth, that could also be, you know, that could also aid you, you know, understanding that you are a part of something bigger than just you. That it's not all on you. I got a great running back. I got great wide receivers. I got a great offensive line. Let me use these people in order to get the entire entity where it needs to be. And he did a great job of that. And a part of it, the part about it that's crazy is the same way I'm talking about his persona and his attitude. That's everything he was being praised for as a collegiate, which is now as a professional being picked apart. Like, I don't know, can he maintain that same type of presence with adults? Because now think about it, he's gonna be in locker rooms with dudes who got mortgages and child support and, you know, side businesses and grown. And these are grown men. Like, you gotta step in right now and command respect and show people that you're the leader. That's what Russell Wilson did. That's why there was no way he couldn't start from day one. Because immediately everyone realized who this kid was, and he was something special, not just as an athlete, but who he was as a person. And as soon as Pete Carroll said that, it was like, I don't care how much we're paying Matt Flynn, he can't start. Because if he does, I'm going to lose my locker room. Because everyone else sees the same thing I see. Marcus Mariota has to be not Russell Wilson, but he has to find a way to be him and still be the leader that he's going to be expected to be, especially if he goes to a team like a Tennessee. Like, the worst thing for that kid, to be honest with you, and I said this before about someone else, a guy named Stephen Hill, is for him to find himself in New York City. He finds himself with the Jets. I just don't know if he's built for that. You know, because he's going to have that 4-interception game. It's going to happen.
Right, but look, the one thing that I've been saying since yesterday, and I don't know why I didn't mention it yesterday, was the rumors, and I say rumors, that the Washington Redskins could be interested in drafting Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, they sent their GM, but that I didn't really understand that story. Like, what? I don't understand why it was a big deal that the Redskins sent their GM when everyone else sent their people too. You know what I mean? Like, every team was there. No team was missing. But for whatever reason, this article came out in the Washington Post that, and I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but the Redskins GM is at Oregon's Pro Day. I was like, I read it and I was like, okay, where's the story? Like, I could see them going back into the draft Because, again, this current CBA says if you don't like your quarterback after 2 years, throw him away. Go get another one. Yeah, so I can see him doing it, even with all the...
Yeah, but this is the same team that wasted, if you do that, you essentially wasted 2 draft picks. I mean, because in one draft, you got RG3 and Kirk Cousins.
Well, the Kirk Cousins thing, that experiment should have been over like, for Mike Shanahan to try to hold on to that thing, it ended up, you talking about something that backfired? That did. Because Kirk Cousins was a hot name an offseason or 2 ago. But then Kirk Cousins had to play last year. He had to play more last year. Yeah, so that happened. And that's what's called the depreciation in value. And now you haven't heard his name. Nobody trying to trade for him. No. So, yeah, in that situation, you held on to the stock a little bit longer than you should have. You tried to get cute with it and max out when it was at its peak already. And now it's bottomed out. The Kirk Cousins experiment is when what's my man name can beat you out? It's Friday like a month too. Who beat those dudes out at quarterback last year? Colt McCoy, my man.
Oh, and Colt McCoy did come in for them.
You know I love Colt McCoy so much because when James Harrison almost murdered Muhammad Massaquoi, his quote was the best quote ever. He was like, these dudes are coming downhill. And you know what happened in like 2 more weeks when they played the Steelers? Yeah. James Harrison concussed his ass too. Same way.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, Colt, they are coming downhill, all right. And that particular guy, that particular guy is a very mean individual. He don't really play with people's children, so there's that. But yeah,
Colt, and he plays with guns all season.
Colt McCoy started in front of Kirk Cousins and RG3, so right. That happened. So whatever,
right.
They'll be all right. This is what else I did the other day, or not the other day, today. You know, like I said, it was a pretty dry day as far as sports were concerned. So I said, let me show a little initiative here and back up my whole, he plays running back in the NFL thing. So I said to myself, go find the top 10 running backs from last year, and let's find their draft position.
The top 10 running backs from last season?
Yes, top 10 running backs. And I'm going to ask you, Rob, how many do you think were drafted in the first round?
Maybe 1?
Yes, you're exactly right. 1. You get the bonus.
And I'm not even looking. I'm just that damn good.
You're going to the bonus round. Okay. For your bonus points, who was that 1?
Let me think. Hold on.
Marshawn Lynch out of Cal. He's the last first round running back. Okay. He's the only first round.
The Bills drafted Marshawn in the first round?
They did. They drafted him out of Cal in the first round. But I think it kind of cancels out because I think, if I'm not mistaken, and I meant to look this up and I forgot to do it, that Seattle only gave them like a 5th for him. So it kind of cancels them out now. But he got drafted in the first round. Now, from 1 to 10, the list goes like this. DeMarco Murray, 3rd round. Perfect place for a running back. Le'Veon Bell, 2nd round. LaShawn McCoy as well, 2nd round. Justin Forsett, 7th round. Whew, I love that. Oh, I love this one even better. Arian Foster, undrafted out of Tennessee. I love that. You talking about getting
Adrian Foster.
Right. My son's little homeboy. Yeah, I like Adrian Foster. Sure he does. He loves you back. Eddie Lacy, 2nd rounder. Jeremy Hill, kid out of LSU, 2nd round as well. Frank Gore, 3rd rounder. And Lamar Miller, it's all about the U, 4th round. Yeah, screw you and your first round running backs. Hard.
Now these are the top 10 as far as yardage?
Yes, top 10 rushes from last year, yardage-wise.
Where did Ryan Matthews end up?
I don't know, dude. I'm not looking at the list anymore. Oh, yeah, I am. Here it is.
I'm sorry.
Lucky you, dude. God, Ryan Matthews was hurt most of last year, so he might not even be on the list nowhere. Yeah.
Oh, he's not on the okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He's so far down.
I was just
Like 11 through 20 is like Alfred Morris, Matt Forte, Jamal Charles, Mark Ingram, Joyce Bell, Russell Wilson at 16 at the quarterback. Okay, C.J. Anderson tied with Russell Wilson